It is 4 p.m., and that means it's time once again for Joystiq Streams. Thank you so much for joining us here on Twitch TV. My name is Anthony John Agnello. I'm community manager with Joystiq.com. And with us today is senior reporter at Joystiq, Jess Conditt. And Jess is going to be playing a little game called Jazzpunk.
Oh yeah! Welcome to Jazzpunk, everyone. So, Jazzpunk is from Necrophone Games. It's an indie game. It's got a little bit of Archer, a little bit of Venture Brothers, a little bit of Mad Men, a little bit of Acid, I think. Possibly. But yeah, I mean, the menu screen kind of tells the story already. We have sweet bongos and cool letters. That's kind of what happens.
Jess, when you say acid, you mean the powerful hallucinogen, not the corrosive substance.
No, correct, yes. No and yes to both of that. All right.
You know, it's always a tricky thing to call a game trippy, because, you know, some people are like, oh, it's trippy, and that's not super descriptive, but this, my understanding is Jazzpunk is super actually trippy.
It's just... Is it trippy? That's an interesting question because it's very stylized and it has a very clear message with everything it's doing. I like that it's a little weirder though. I mean, the character models are not real people, and this game could have gotten like really racist, and it doesn't because of its style. So you'll see what I mean. You'll see. Should we jump in?
Fire it up.
Let's do this thing. We're starting from the beginning. I've played through most of it, but the intro is pretty slick. Oh man, it's an airport. In Japan? What year is this? You know, like in Archer, they never really specify what era it is.
Right, it might be 1985, it might be today.
It looks like the 60s. Yeah, like you're not sure, but they have modern technology, so it's kind of the same. And that is a suitcase shaped like a person. I feel I should have to point out right now. Oh, it's a robot. That's a robot too. That's a oh, that's not a robot, it's a person. Take that person out of here.
So Jess,
yeah.
I should note that like those in the chat, I am just watching the live stream that you're putting out, but there's a little bit of a delay. So as you speak, I'm getting like a preview of what's coming. It's so odd. Like, that's a robot. That's another robot. And now I know what's coming. It's gonna be weird.
Okay,
God.
I'll shut up.
No, please. You're making it even better. This is an absolutely beautiful game.
That's why, like, this whole intro, it started and I was like, oh yeah, okay, I'm not even playing and I'm already in this. Hello. And there's no reason for this intro. I really don't think the game is loading or anything behind this. Like, the studio was just like, we need an awesome intro, and they made one.
Jess, what do you know about Necrophone's other games? This is their 4th game, right?
I know absolutely nothing about their other games.
No?
I came into this totally blind and just, I mean, because I had heard the buzz around the horn as well about how weird this one was, and I am happily proven right, it seems, yeah.
Jess, if you could turn down the game audio just a tick, the readers are saying that it's a little bit louder than we are.
Alright. So that should be a little better. It won't always be that crazy music either, so I think that'll be good. But let us know if we need a little more. So, I'm in a hallway. And I'm walking. Alright.
Sit down, honey. The director will be right with you.
That's not a human, that's a robot. How silly. A robot secretary? What? Saxophone lessons. Okay, there's a sign on the wall for saxophone lessons. Acoustic or piezoelectric. That sounds awesome. I play saxophone, so that sign really tickled me.
It sounds like, wow, that is a very terrifying lady at that desk.
She's a robot, man.
All right, everybody's a robot?
Well, you saw in the beginning, right? They scanned someone, and they were a person, and they threw them in a tube, and they said, "Get out of here." So now I'm sitting. I gotta wait for my meeting. And peruse the articles.
The director is ready for you.
I'm getting a real sort of... I'm getting like a Grim Fandango vibe.
Oh,
is that spot on?
Totally. That is an apt comparison.
Please, have a seat. We've much business to discuss.
We've much business to discuss. Oh man, what's that? That's a whoopee cushion! Oh man, I'm being set up.
Basically, we need you to infiltrate the Soviet consulate.
Those magazines are great too.
Oh, the magazines are great.
Jess, what?
They've taken some of our important technology, and it's imperative
when you sit down with like a wacky indie game. What is it that you're drawn to? What appeals to you more than anything? What do you want out of it?
If you need
Honestly,
me, I'll
Jazzpunk
be in the
does a lot
wine
of these things for me. This game is funny throughout. Like, it's just, it doesn't try to be funny. It's just the premise itself and the world is funny. They're not like one-liners or anything. So that's, I mean, I like laughing when I'm playing games, so that's a good one. And something, I mean, indie games are where developers can be different. They can try new things. This is a game about like weirdly shaped robots. They look like they could be Lego characters or something. And I'm on missions to, right now I have to infiltrate the Soviet consulate. Like, that's amazing. So, yeah, anything, weird and different, I'll do it.
Our managing editor, Susan Arndt, just said, "I cannot wait to see the cosplay." And that is totally accurate. I am ready to see the cosplay for this game.
I think you just need, like, a box.
You'll
be okay. So, and then I get this bottle of pills in here, and this is how we start. Every time we start a mission, it's by taking a pill, and your reality is altered, and that's how you start your missions. So my name is John Doe, which is fitting. Now, is dextrose, does that mean I'm taking sugar pills? Because the last line in this says dextrose.
Yep, that is, you are taking at least something that has... Sugar. I think amphetamine is, and missionol. I don't know if missionol is a real thing, but it should be, because that would make every day feel very exciting. I would take missionol.
Oh, yeah.
If you choose to accept it, you need to go to the kitchen and then make cereal.
No.
That's not a thing.
Jazzpunk! Alright, I'm gonna...
You're gonna pop one of these?
I popped it.
For everybody watching, Joystiq Streams does not encourage you to go find strange bottles of pills and start taking them, even if they contain missionol.
Do you have the MacGuffin?
Or dextrose.
Come back when you've got the MacGuffin.
Alright. So I get the crazy music now, I get the, like, not Who Framed Roger Rabbit, what's the other one? Pink Panther. Pink Panther kind of music, I love it. And I like even the newspaper. There's a newspaper sitting in the lobby of this building. Megacorp CEO declares Uno. Oh, I love it. Uno jokes. You don't get those. It's great. And this is the Soviet consulate. So I have to sneak in here somehow, but there's a security guard.
Now, call me a fanboy and someone who's old, but I figure if there's a game that involves the Soviet Union, Tim Curry should be in it.
Tim Curry should be in everything.
Tim Curry should be in every game for all of time.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was a little Command & Conquer Red Alert 3 humor for everybody. Or it's a reference to the Soviet Union Legend 2 video game that only exists in my head. Which would be awesome.
Your head, I'm sure, is pretty awesome.
It is a fact that my brain is amazing.
Oh god. Oh man, there's a security guard behind me. This is also creepy. It's like the Sherlock Holmes Creepy Watson videos. Did you see those?
I have not seen the Creepy Watson videos.
Well, they basically do that in this game, where every time you turn around, the security guard is just like right behind you. Like, hey, what's up, dude? Hey, what's up, dude? What are you doing? Yeah. So now I have to find a way to get into the building. The security guard will not let me in.
We should leave that running.
Oh man.
Hey, you paid the wife, I think.
Do you? So every single time you interact with something, is it always that like fake finger stick that you hold up to manipulate things?
Yep.
How about you? What do you got?
You'll see it. You'll see it again shortly.
All I got is a hand.
And there's a really cool hint system in this game.
So, how's the wife and kids?
Where you can find these telephones and you connect by pressing 555-HINT, hint, and it's the hint hotline.
You think we should leave that running?
And it'll just kind of tell you what to do.
Hey, you paid the wife, I think.
How far into this city can you go? Can you like start wandering around the streets?
Not really.
Not really?
There
Okay.
are invisible walls. It's pretty contained. Each mission, each level is fairly contained, but I mean, it's so pretty to look at even.
So pretty.
I do want to explore it more. I wish I could.
As Faux Ben just said in the chat, dat modern sound.
Find the mailbox marked with chalk on the side.
Find the mailbox with the chalk mark on the side.
You will receive further instructions from there. We are everywhere in underwear. No, wait.
Oh man, underwear jokes.
I could tell you, but then I'd have to kill you. And then I'd have to resurrect you. Locate the mailbox marked with chalk.
So I'm gonna go up the scaffolding. Alright, look at this pretty skyline, everyone. Aerolux Hotel. Nice.
Jess, is there ever a time where you have to do something mechanical? Like is there platforming? Is there any sort of like reflex-based stuff that you need to do? Or is it just point and click?
It's mostly wander around. There's, not that I've seen, there's no like high stakes, you know, rolling or dodging or shooting or anything.
Well, you mentioned in the pre-show that you are currently playing through Half-Life 2.
Right.
For the very first time, and I like Half-Life 2 has that very famous opening where you're running across rooftops furiously.
Right.
And just looking at this, I keep thinking to myself, I want the Soviet gun. Was that a microscopic version of Space Invaders?
Oh, is that what I'm playing? I'm playing a game inside of a microscope, and I lost.
And there are horrible little viruses?
Yep. And then this one, there's another microscope. I'm gonna go. Oh man, this one gets intense. Oh man. Oh jeez.
All right, Jess. Lethal Migraine in the chat has said, "What's the point of this?"
Oh.
I think, my friend, that it answers that question handily on its own.
Pretty sure that's very evident in this game. How awesome. So now, okay, so since I know what to do, I can kind of cheat here. But, oh look, there's a picture. I'm gonna take that picture. Employee of the month. You press Q to cycle your inventory. Or, I could just be like, hey dude, open the door for me. Thanks, so sweet. And the door opens. But, so this mission, I can also do funny things in this lab, like photocopying my butt. And there we go. Oh look, and you can pick up photocopies of your butt. And
that's, like, is that automatic Game of the Year contender consideration?
It's definitely something I'm gonna remember by the end of the year. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so I can go past all these computers. I've already shown my face. So there's a fire alarm and an ice alarm, which is great. The ice alarms use fire from the ceiling, and I learned the hard way. That's awful.
I don't want to sound crazy, but that seems like too many photocopies of a butt. That seems like an ostentatious number of butt copies.
My butt has so much jelly in it. Isn't that what they say? I don't know. There's so much jelly in my butt. Oh, I don't have a cartridge. So basically now I've realized I have to get the cartridge, bring it to the garbage chute. And I will do that after I find the cartridge. Which is over here. And now in each mission, like they have the hit system in each one. They have something you have to figure out. And they have usually these screens. And this is basically how you figure out how you're going to do the mission. You'll enter a different computer or a different like simulation area, and stuff gets weird. So, I'm now in a weird room.
We're sorry.
It's when you bust out referential humor, it's always like that is a double-edged sword.
Yes.
Like, yeah, everybody in the chat is saying that like they love seeing the GoldenEye health system, stuff like that. Like it's awesome. The little Space Invaders reference there, that's great. But when you do that, it's hard to make sure that that isn't all you're doing. You know,
right? That it doesn't carry the game.
Right.
Because you have to have an actual game there, yeah.
So, like, why, in your estimation, why does the referential humor here work?
Thank you for infiltrating the
because the game itself is so unique that the little bits of, like, a reminder of our own reality, it actually helps. It doesn't distract from the weirdness of the rest of the game, because it's so weird. You're not going to confuse this with GoldenEye, let's be honest.
Right.
And it's a very nice balance, actually.
But, yeah, like, once you see something familiar like that, it can ground all of the more surreal elements and make them funny.
Precisely.
That's what you get on Joystiq streams, everybody. A breakdown about why things are funny. Because nothing keeps comedy fresh like explaining it to people.
Oh man, I'm in a garbage chute. No.
God, the big fake finger for pointing at stuff looks like Ren and Stimpy is invading the game every now and again.
Yeah, and which I adore, so that's fine. And then you'll see in a second, I'm in a relaxing koi pond. Can't believe it now, because I'm still running through garbage in your stream. I'm actually sitting and feeding the fishies.
Welcome back. Our benefactors wish to extend their gratitude. I hope you're ready for another job.
Wait a second. This scene in the fish pond, isn't this the tech demo that Nintendo showed when they first announced the Wii U?
Star Connection said you were falling in a particularly valuable artificial kidney.
Yeah, totally.
Estimated.
Alright, that is A, an obscure E3 reference for everyone, and B, I'm sorry to diss Nintendo like that.
You do well by me.
Not a diss.
If you don't mind, I've got a landline to install.
So, Jess, is that a complete mission now that you're back in the horrific train car?
Correct. I finished a mission, I got the cartridge, and I put it in the garbage, which I guess is what I was supposed to do. Yeah, I've learned to just kind of... I don't really listen in the beginning when he's telling me what to do, because you figure it out anyway. But each mission is about that long. They're not too intense. They're just really fun. It's fun to explore the world they give you. And just look at all the little references and all the jokes. I would love to know what all of the Japanese writing says, because I bet it's not all correct.
You know, we have had Japanese nationals join us in the chat before. What is the international crew in the chat today? A couple of weeks ago, we had people from Poland, Japan, Germany, Australia, and somewhere else awesome that now I'm forgetting.
That's cool.
I'm really hoping somebody... Is there anyone in the chat from Japan?
Come on, guys. Man, I gotta follow the cowboy. And it is cool that this takes place in like a futuristic, Blade Runner-ish kind of Japan. Not quite Blade Runner, I guess. It's not high-tech enough. Oh.
Jess Penguinizer in the chat is watching from Finland.
I want to go there.
super awesome.
Yeah.
Penguinizer, tell us, is Finland as obsessed with Conan O'Brien as Conan O'Brien claims? Is that a fact?
That'd be good to know. The only thing from Finland that I really am in on is the band Hymn.
Oh, nice. Hymn rules.
That's a big part of my high school career.
Oh, we got some representation from Norway with Els Fjordstrand. I hope I'm saying that right. And 4D Swiss cheese from Canada. Rillon from Texas. I'm liking it.
I'm trying to swallow these flies. I think I'm not supposed to break the vases. That's the point. So yeah, there's mini games in each little area. That's awesome.
Oh god, that's a creepy fly that is buzzing around.
Welcome to Golden Rocky Electric Squid.
Oh, Soraya Shadowharper says that the fly is guiding us to the evil vases. Is that what that was?
Sure. Yeah, why not? This game really makes me want sushi too.
Yeah, in a really bad way.
I love me some sushi.
I am going to make that happen later.
I'll tell you that.
Believe you me. I'm going to feed my hunger for raw fish and probably listen to I'll probably listen to the Space Channel 5 soundtrack while I do it, so that I can get the 60s music fix that I need as well. That this game is inspired. You know, I could, I guess.
Okay, so now I need to catch these spiders in this jar, and it's being very touchy. Controls, we'll see. Okay. You don't need to know why I'm catching spiders yet. It's happening.
Now, Jess, I'm sure that everybody can hear, but you're using a mouse and keyboard to play Jazzpunk here. Is there controller support? Can you do this with a little dual stick controller, or is it just keyboard and mouse?
I gotta imagine there is, but I have not checked. That should be on the Steam page, though. I just jumped for keyboard and mouse because it was out. Usually I do use a controller, though. 4 out of 5 spider. Where's the last spider?
Why are there giant spiders in this bathroom?
That's a good question that never gets answered. It's really upsetting.
Alright, Faux Ben in the chat is informing us that he played through it. Or she. I actually don't know if Faux Ben is a woman or a man. I'm assuming the Ben signifies Benjamin. But Faux Ben is saying that they played through it with an Xbox 360 controller.
Well, there we go.
That is automatically going to make it easier for me to play, because when I use a mouse and keyboard for anything, and I'm talking like King's Quest, I mess up somehow. I have never ever cottoned to the mouse and keyboard setup, like the console heathen that I am.
No, and you know, I'm usually the same way. My controller was across the room when I started playing, so I just went with it. I'm doing all right, I think, huh?
doing very nice.
Thank you very much. All right, I think there's a spider on one of these plates of sushi. Just taking a guess because I played before. Oh, there he is. Come here. I get him.
Jess, I'm gonna admit that was a spooky laugh. That laugh, spooky.
Here's a catcher. Okay, so now I am in the kitchen, and I'm going to poison a cowboy.
A technique.
he doesn't seem to know that he's in peril. He just seems like he's gonna sit by that conveyor belt and hang out.
Dude, he's eating sushi. He's so happy right now. I'd be happy too.
Denjin384 in the chat is absolutely horrified by the presence of spiders on the sushi plates. God, I love
when you go to those roll-by sushi places.
I love that you see the guts of the blowfish when you pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
That is so foul.
Oh, I'm going what you say.
Then you're gonna hear some awful sounds. Oh man.
You have yourself a wonderful evening.
Yeah, let's inform everyone. The mission this time was to find this guy's mechanical spleen, I believe it was. It's valued at a lot. So, of course, I have to poison him with blowfish.
Would you like me to wrap that up for you?
Oh, come on. That is unpleasant.
Oh, it's awful.
Where did all those colors come from on the walls? Those don't come out of people. Those are not people colors.
Spare me.
These are horrific robot colors. I like the QR code on his spleen.
I know, I want to look that up. I didn't have a chance to yet.
Owen joke.
As Ishigum says in the chat, where is the health department when you need it? That restaurant gets a D. That is a D-rated restaurant.
In the future, there is no
Please
health
don't hurt
department.
me. I'm a sensitive.
Everyone is robots, and there is no health department.
So, what did you just knock those dudes down?
Oh,
Will
yeah.
they put up any resistance, or do they just, like... Can you lose? Is there, like, a way to get stopped?
I've not lost, and I'm
Not
not
lost.
very good. So I think you just kind of play through it. It's not really a high stress kind of game.
I like that.
Yeah, it's pretty peaceful, as demonstrated by these scenes of tranquil, like Asiatic beauty. All right. Is that right? That was totally wrong.
This game has scarred people in the chat. It has horrified them at a spiritual level.
Aw.
I think that's good. I want my games to be spiritually harrowing.
Sure.
I want to walk away a different person.
That's a bit more heat than
I want it
usual.
to change me,
We'll have to
man.
wait for things to cool down a bit.
That's why I play Aliens
In the
Colonial
meantime,
Marines
I'll set you up
every
with the
day.
location.
Oh man.
All expenses paid, trip to Conditt results. Now go on, get some.
I want to know what a
You look
co-op
like you
version
can
of
use it.
Jazzpunk would be like, too.
Oh, pretty cool, I think.
Oh, wait a second. The floor is now all watery.
The floor is
Back in the train car.
So, the map sequence coming up that you'll see is amazing. I'll let the stream catch up with it, but oh man, it's great. Get ready, everyone. Here it comes. So each of these little islands and every nation on this map has a different funny name, based slightly on the real one. One of them, the island of discarded Atari 2600 ET cartridges. Love it. Absolutely love it. Thunderdome is one nation. Democratic Republic of Dr. Moreau.
That's where Val Kilmer just hangs out these days.
Obviously.
I like the old stock footage in the background too.
I know, isn't that great? It's like being at a really hipster bar.
But better, because you don't have to pay like $14 for a drink.
Unless you want to.
Unless you want to.
So I didn't go through all the map names, but there's another reference in this beach town area coming up that is just my absolute favorite for deeply personal reasons.
Quad Korea, that's amazing.
Right?
Oh my god.
It is gay. Yeah, my favorite person to have ever walked this earth that I've never met
Welcome to Kite
is in this
Hackers,
game. And that, oh man, it's like this game was made for me. Hunter S. Thompson is in this game.
Hunter Thompson is in this game.
You'll see him in a second on stream. Yeah, and
Oh my god. Oh, it's Raoul Duke.
exactly. Not just Hunter. It's Raoul Duke.
Oh, that is fantastic.
His name is even in the address book, in the guest book.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my! Now Jazzpunk's my favorite game of all time. I'm too easy to satisfy. Honestly, if I was going to make a video game out of the Kentucky Derby is decadent and depraved,
Oh man.
it would play just like this.
Mine would be way darker, which probably says a lot about both of us.
Killing Claiborne in the chat is as shocked as we are. He's like, "Was that Hunter Thompson at the start there?" Yes, it was, my friend.
And he hangs out. He's just like at the resort. It's cool. So cool.
Awesome.
And yes, he says funny things,
And-
of course.
Yeah. Yes, perhaps. What is this, not a reasonable place to park? Reasonable? You're on the sidewalk.
It's the 50s or 60s. No one cares.
It is, for as aggressively weird as it all is, it is very tranquil. You were right.
It is. It's just kind of you play, you laugh, you have fun. I mean, it is like it's a purely entertainment value game. There's not a lot of stress in it. Which will probably, not be for a lot of people. But for me, man, this is great at the end of the day. I don't want to play Dark Souls. I want to play Jazzpunk.
For anybody just joining us, we are at the halfway point of our Thursday Joystiq stream, and we are playing Jazzpunk by Necrophone Games, which this is my first time ever seeing this game. Jess Conditt, who is playing it right now, has played through the game before. She's reviewing it for joystiq.com. I now understand why people find it very difficult to do like the one-sentence pitch of this game. I don't know what the one-sentence description of this is. It's
It's nebulous.
So you just ate an entire box of macaroni and cheese at 3 a.m. and fell asleep immediately, and you were listening to an old trip-hop album and reading old volumes of Cream magazine. This is the dream that results.
That sounds like personal experience. You've done that before.
I may have done that before.
Gross.
Yep. Eating an entire box of the blue macaroni and cheese, little craft action, little Lester Bangs, little Supreme Beings of Leisure. God, that's an old trip-hop reference.
Wow.
Forgive me.
Yeah. Settle down, man.
It's not my fault, it's perpetually 2002 in my head, Jess.
How sad.
Would that be awful?
Yes.
God, the pants alone.
See, I don't even know. I don't know what pants were then. I was like still figuring out, how to match colors.
Parachutey, put it that way.
Yeah.
Lethal Migraine is saying play Strider. Strider could not possibly be a different game than Jazzpunk.
Obviously the same. I'm in this beautiful beach resort town. I have a wig on. I got my pretty makeup. I'm so ready. Also, yes, my character is a dude, so the wig and lipstick are very funny.
Inherently?
Yeah. Just are funny. See, I guess maybe it's because this game is so subtle with its humor. Like, it just lets you find the humor in what you want.
You got Sam.
Yeah. It's so... Something I'm constantly thinking about comedy games his comedy is often so reliant on, if not actual spontaneity, a feeling of spontaneity.
Yeah.
You know, you want, like, in order for something to be truly, truly funny in a, like, just unexpected laugh sort of way, it really needs to be unexpected.
Yeah.
And it's so rare. Even today, you know, like, one of the best things about the indie game boom is the fact that comedy games are far more common now than they were even 2 or 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's very easy to go out and find a game that is built to be funny today. But even then, you know, even though they're more common, it's still really hard. It's not easy to make interactive comedy. Was that a Philips CDI that you were just holding?
It looked like it was Japan America Online or something like that. Pretty funny. See, I do think like games like Octodad, funny game, very funny.
Game.
But it kind of, you know, it relies on one joke the whole time, and that turns a lot of people off. This one, it's just like the world is funny, so anything they add to the world is like, all right, clever, very nice, you guys.
Yeah. Wick88 in the chat just said, like, you know, it's so simple. Wick88 said it. Comedy is hard. No matter your meeting. Comedy is hard business.
Absolutely. Ooh, Pirate's Chest full of floppy disks. Oh man, I ruined the surprise for you watching this stream. So sorry. See, now I don't even know if I have to do this part of the game. I just know I like it. That I'm finding all these weird things in the sand.
Yeah, is there a lot of that? Is there a lot of optional content?
It seems like all the people you can talk to, they all have something funny to say. You know, you don't have to talk to all of them. There are little side things that I feel like aren't necessary for the main story. But I'm a sucker for having to do everything I can in every game.
It's really funny. Lethal Migraine in the comments was just saying that, you know, isn't that what Tim Schafer does all the time? Isn't all of his stuff comedy?
Yeah.
Public domain, man and carbonite. That is awesome. And, you know, as much as at the beginning of this, it sort of called to mind that 60s pop art style of Grim Fandango, Jazzpunk is very, very different than Tim Schafer humor.
Yes.
It doesn't have that sort of like waka 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 jokey feel. It's very dry and
sudden marriage.
Well,
absurdist.
It's not as puzzle heavy either, which has nothing to do really with the humor, but they're very different games. I mean, this is a game not meant for thinking necessarily, and I'm okay with that. And now I'm in a mini game where I'm shooting people. Oh man, and getting shot a lot. Oh jeez. I'm now playing a first-person shooter. You all thought I was playing Jazzpunk. Psych.
True love.
Psych, no, son.
I need a gun. Oh man. Got it. Ooh, rockets. Rose rockets. Oh, cool.
You know what I love about games like this too? I like that low polygon style has come back into vogue. Yeah, like, this was, God, years ago now. I was talking to a group of friends. This is like 2008, 2009. And I had just started replaying the original PlayStation Tomb Raider for the first time in years. And I was like, I love the way this game looks. I love, like, what they did with such limited 3D technology to evoke this sense of space. It's so cool. Like, I love that blocky, you know, polygonal look where stuff is popping in all the time. And I said to my friends at the time, just mark my words. this is going to be a style. In the same way that people started just making, pixel art games again in 8 and 16-bit style, this is going to be a thing. And to see Jazzpunk and Minecraft and games like that using, they look cleaner than an early PlayStation game, but this doesn't look, outside of some stylistic tips, that much different than a PC game you would have seen in 2000 or 1999. And I love that it uses that to such great stylistic effect. So cool.
You just like knowing you were right.
It was a backdoor brag. That was it. That was all it was. That was me claiming foresight into all the things.
Good job. You should work in video games.
Hey, maybe. Jess, everybody in the chat is wondering why there is no splash damage on the Rose bazooka.
Champagne.
That is a good question. We should follow up with the developers.
Yo, Necrophone, when are you gonna patch it up, guys?
Seriously, I need that splash damage, guys. What's the point?
Nerf that keg gun, yo.
Yeah, champagne gun is very hard to use, everyone. Very slow. Do not recommend. And this little mini game is the first person to 10 kills, and then it's over. Oh.
You're not playing real human beings. These are all AI, right?
No, they're all robots.
Welcome.
God, there was a moment where I was like, "Oh my God, are you actually playing against human beings?"
I thought that when I first started playing. Yeah, the first time around, I was like, "Oh man," but no.
So, for everybody watching the stream that wants a little preview of the Joystiq podcast that's going live tomorrow,
So glad they chlorinated the
we
ocean.
talk
All those
at
species
length
were
about
gross.
Twitch Plays Pokemon, which, if you're unfamiliar, is the version of Pokemon Red that is being streamed on an open Twitch channel where the people in the chat play the game. They issue the command. And we started talking.
You should totally go check out the page.
We started talking about what games we want to see next that you can play by issuing commands on a stream. I want to see Jazzpunk played by thousands of people simultaneously.
Yes. Oh man, that'd be great.
Shoulder. Get it off! Get it off! Get it off! Thanks. You're the best.
This mission seems markedly longer than the first couple. Am I imagining that?
Wait, sorry, what was that? You got
I was saying
Welcome to
that this mission
Kite
seems significantly longer than the first two you played through.
I think it is. And I'm trying to find... I need something... Let's see, I can't remember how I found it last time. I need to knock that pig over.
If I had a nickel for every time I had to knock a pig over.
Polygons
And, and Hunter S. Thompson is getting in my way. I just want to hit this pig. Get on with my day, but I can't. Because I need another item. What item do I need? Let's find out. I have a ticket. Let's go wandering. Oh, this guy. This fancy gentleman over here.
Pardon me, my good Samaritan. I've taken notice of your propensity for performing various,
He wants me to help him. I don't want
shall we
to.
say,
But I'm going to.
unsundry favors for the inhabitants of these
I need to get to the pool. I think.
Vinator in the chat is wondering if you can touch the spiky extremities on these robots' bodies. I'm not sure that that's something you can interact with, Vinator. I am not sure.
I'm not sure that's something I want to interact with.
Well, I would want to go up and, like, start grabbing Hunter Thompson.
Well, oh, sure. Yeah.
You know, call me crazy, but I think that's no. I'm just gonna stop and call me crazy. That's where I'll begin and end.
You're crazy.
You crazy!
You know, I do wish I could have met Hunter S. Thompson.
Oh god. If only.
So this
One of the
game
best
is kind
things.
It's helping me with that.
It's as close as you can get.
Yep.
One of the best things I've ever seen in my life is you can find transcripts of the military police reports of whenever Hunter was censured when he was in the army.
Yes.
And some of those reports are just raw magic. They're just like, Private Thompson was picked up after commandeering a Jeep and driving it into a radio studio.
I love it.
Was found with 3 bottles of whiskey and 2 college girls on his arms.
He was quite a looker.
He was a champion, that man.
He was.
Is a champion.
Indeed.
So what is the ultimate goal now that you're in? Why is there a truck in this hotel room?
Well, I can't quite remember why. That's the thing. I should probably pay more attention, but I don't know if this is the game where you need to pay attention much. But I need to switch out a briefcase with someone here, and then I know I need to do something with the pig. So
I am absolutely distracted by your radiance. Allow me to
Man, I don't even
myself.
know there were pigs and
I am known
robots.
as the editor.
Hunter Thompson was there.
Yeah, that's basically
A cocktail for the
basically
pretty
pure
lass.
loathing
Compliments of the
in the
lady in
future.
red.
of Japanese games. Oh man.
This is very close to my dreams, this game.
I swear, I would marry you if I weren't such a playboy. This should prove fairly lucrative for all parties.
Oh hey, we're twins!
I just got a free drink from someone. Oh man. Oh, now my screen's going fuzzy.
It's the... Oh, no.
Yeah, not good.
That's unfortunate.
It is. I didn't get to pick the pig this time. If you put the pig on the spit, you can open a secret little passage. So I guess there are things you don't have to do, because I did that last time and I've not done it here.
I love that. I love that there's not only one way to go through these things.
Yeah. Very cool. See,
I get the impression that this is a hotel where a lot of people pass out in the lobby. Call me crazy.
So. Yeah, no one was really worried about that situation.
Single and Loving It in the chat just said this game is like an exercise in copyright infringement. Fair, Single and Loving It, it's fair use.
Right?
These are being used for parodic purposes.
Ooh, and now I get a creepy letter written in magazine cutout letters.
Man, have you ever tried to, like, cut pieces of a magazine out to compose a letter? It is not worth the effort. I'm just, you know...
Well, I think it depends on what you're trying to do. If you've kidnapped someone and are asking for millions of dollars, it might be worth it. Just saying, perspective. Oh, I think I do get to hit the pig after all, by the way.
Yeah!
I think that's gonna happen now. I forgot all the steps in this mission. Oh man. Can I go down? Let me go down. There we go.
Holly Bank. Thank God you made it.
Even the elevator
I
operator has
trust
cool
you and
stories.
follow.
I like that when you opened the door that the guy, like the butler guy standing outside flew off the balcony.
Okay, just hold still. This will hurt you a lot more than it will hurt me. Give me the sign when you're ready. Now they can't monitor us. You should sit down. There's a trauma couch over there.
Oh man, you're gonna see it soon. So, being a spy is rough, man. We just yanked out one of my teeth.
Oh god.
So they can't find me, because I'm being tracked, obviously.
Oh god, no.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's pretty intense. Everyone look away if you're squeamish.
Alright, listen carefully.
There has to
This
be
resort,
a
it's
door.
all fake. It's
That's not connected to anything. Like, this is the only way we could possibly do this.
Absolutely.
There's no way
It's
that
taken me
actually
decades,
works.
but I
Nobody
discovered a way
watching
out
at
of
home
here.
go home and
Find
try to
the
remove a
mechanical
tooth.
board.
Everyone.
Why is the
and
tooth
cook it.
gigantic?
It will lead you to freedom.
Because I am a giant,
Take this.
obviously.
The natives use it for hunting the boar.
Ukulele. Don't mind if I do.
Godspeed, Polyglide.
Yes, this is
Godspeed.
right. Okay. That's right. I get to hit the pig with a ukulele. It's even better. Come here, piggy, piggy, piggy. Piggy, piggy, piggy. Oh man, he's fast. And the pig has a QR code on him too. So if someone has a QR code reader on their phone, this is the day you can break it out.
Can you
Like
actually
Jazzpunk.
scan the QR codes in this? Have you tried that?
I haven't, but I will before I actually review it. Oh yeah. See, I'm not crazy. You had to kill the pig.
Everybody knows that pigs are terrified of ukuleles.
Duh.
That is just common knowledge.
And then things are gonna get weird. Like really weird. Wait for it. And they're weird.
Oh god. What's gonna happen inside there?
It's a wacky world. He's
that
hopped up
is.
on pills or sugar, we're not sure. Upgrade me.
You know where I can procure some semiconductors?
Wow.
Yeah, and then this world is very odd. And oh, it hurts my head a little when I go through
Yeah.
the tubes.
I love that it's not just weird for weirdness's sake. That
Totally part of it.
that it is very like that there is a story here, that there is something. You know, Jess, you actually threatened violence towards me because of this fact, but I only just recently played my Hotline Miami for the first time.
Such a good game.
And I finished it. I did finish it, and I loved it.
Good.
And I loved, like, I found Hotline Miami so satisfying that there was, like, something behind it all, that it wasn't just surreal.
Correct. Right.
Yeah, like, that something actually was happening, and the way it chose to tie all that together was absolutely wonderful. I'm very interested to see what the second game is like.
Yeah, it looks, you know, like a lot of the same, which is fine with me.
Right.
But yeah, they've polished up a few things. They get to do certain things they weren't able to with the first one. Yeah, cool stuff. Oh man. Oh man. Blue
It's
screen
just
of death. You missed it. Oh, just kidding. This game.
I love, like, the game of solitaire in midair.
Oh, sure. That's what I'd do if I was a robot stuck inside of a computer, I think. I don't know what's going on.
Fortune favors the italic.
All these tubes, oh man. Don't play this if you have a history of epilepsy, I think, is the proper warning.
Jess, may I say that you framed the blue screen of death perfectly?
Thank you.
Nicely done.
Thank you. Did I scare you?
Yeah, you got me. I was gotten.
Alright. Now I have to find the correct tube to go up somewhere. I think this way. I keep falling off the edge though. Oh man, stop it. There we go.
I'm worried that we're going to have to end the stream with you trapped in this hellish math landscape.
I'm trying to get out of it. Let's see. Hang on, this might be it. This might be it. Oh, jeez, I keep falling out of the tubes. stop falling out, Tubes. Please, Tubes, I love you.
This is like a platforming section where you have to do some reflexy stuff.
Yes, it's kind of like, I think I'm just not good at staying in one place. But there we go. I think actually, right after this, we will be out of the math area and able to leave the stream on a cliffhanger.
Oh!
If we want.
Terrify people.
Yeah. Oh man, what's going on? You'll see in a second. Is that Joan? Why does every secretary in the 1950s, like in shows about the 1950s, have to have
much business to discuss?
It's a rule. You know, you gotta have the red hair. You gotta have the beehive. That's
fine.
Those are the rules.
Then
everyone, thank you so much for joining us for this Thursday stream of Necrophone Games Jazzpunk. It's a rare occasion when a game gets like hyped up very, very quickly in a short amount of time, and it actually delivers on what people are saying about it. And this is awesome, and I cannot wait to play this. Jess Conditt, senior reporter of Joystiq, has been playing. Jess, when is your review going to run?
Let's see. Actually, right where we ended is about where I am in the game, so I just gotta finish the final missions, and I say Monday.
Monday. Awesome.
Let's do it.
Well, everybody be sure to check in on joystiq.com for Jess's final verdict on Jazzpunk. All signs are pointing to she likes it. My name is Anthony John Agnello, community manager of joystiq.com, and we have Joystiq streams every Tuesday and Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We also have Joystiq Tiny Streams, which are bite-sized version of these streams, usually condensed into a 5 or 10-minute video. Those run on Monday and Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tomorrow we have a super cut of our 6-man Titanfall team.
Woo.
That ran earlier this week, and it's really, really funny.
Really good.
So be sure to tune in at Joystiq tomorrow for that. Next week, the schedule is not set in stone, but it looks like we're going to be streaming Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze and Thief.
Awesome.
So keep an eye on the site for those. You can follow us on Twitter. It's twitter.com/joystiq. You can find us on Facebook, where we're running all sorts of weird giveaways this month for 4 in February. And 4 in February is our special community event that's running all throughout the month. We have a community page on Facebook. 4 in February is you just pick 4 games, you try to finish them before the end of the month, and then you tell us about it. We're all doing it. I suck at this and have not been able to finish any of my chosen NES games. Jess is trying to finish Half-Life 2. How's that going, Jess?
I'm trying. You said it.
That is the answer. But yeah, tell us about what you are playing there, and tell us if you're streaming. We'd love to come and watch. The Super Joystiq podcast will go live tomorrow. That's got me, that's got Zav D'Amatos, it's got Ernest Nex Cavalli, and Ludwig Kitzman, our fearless leader. Yeah, and so please tune into all these things, because it's all awesome and good and entertaining, just like this was. Mm-hmm. Jess, thank you so much for playing Jazzpunk for us today. That was awesome.
It was my pleasure. I hope everyone liked it.
And thank you, everyone, for coming and watching. We'll see you all next week. Bye-bye.
Peace out. Oh, man. Once I get out of here. This is my fault now.